What's up, guys?
Hey, what's up?
Everybody brought their blast? Excellent. Usually when I start off lessons, I don't just allow them to hit. I kind of just jump on in there and just like, okay, let's start focusing on the particular theme for that day. Most importantly, attack angle is what we're going to be highlighting today. We can use visuals such as the items on the wall. So such as the red line. Does anybody know where the red line, like the metric number is for attack angle? Hey, good job. Y'all are awesome. Good job. And then anything before we had blasts, we basically would just be like hit to the red line, which is great. But at the end of the day, we just want to make sure that the numbers speak for themselves. So that way, when they're not here using, quote unquote, a red line, they can go home and say, look, when I'm hitting into my bow nets, we're able to basically go back to the numbers. And as long as the numbers are matching, then they can expect the same results whenever they're at home.
I just know that if I do bad, it's telling me what I'm doing wrong. I don't need a coach to tell me, oh, this is what you're doing wrong. I could just use the app and work by myself and try as hard as I can.
I was excited because it shows her that I'm putting in work at home, and it also shows me my progress. So in the beginning, I had a higher attack angle. So now it shows me that I've come a long way, and it's actually showing me that I'm doing better and that my work is paying off.
Whenever we are using blasts, it allows us to really help our kids get on a whole nother level when it comes down to the verbiage.
My hitting used to be really flat and I would get a lot of ground balls and I really wouldn't know why exactly. But when I did get blast, I realized the numbers that I needed to get to help me get elevation and lift.
I think that a lot of them would have never thought about an attack angle. They would have never thought about what on plane is.
Right now it's attack angle because that's what we've been focusing on. So that's a big thing now. We also have the charts so we get to see where we're at and where we need to be and just making adjustments.
The 3D swing tracer, it allows me to basically have a backup. I consider that tracer to help me say, I'm not lying.
It works because her explanations match the numbers. So the way she explains things and the details about them, it matches everything. So it shows that her details are exactly correct because our numbers match.
Good, there you go, nice job. Nice angle, 15? Excellent. These kids, they're always gonna go based on feelings. They're gonna go based on comfortability. They're gonna go based upon how they feel more so than anything. So me telling them the exact opposite of what they wanna hear and then using that tracer to back it up allows me to be like, I told you so. Basically, a player comes in and she says, oh, I don't have my sensor. Maybe she does have it, but it's not charged. The moment that happens, I basically allow them to use my sensor, which is really good. What I can do is I can log into my Blast app on my phone, and we can switch over to her account. The good thing about that is we know exactly who's swinging. We know exactly how many swings she's still taking in that practice, and we're able to transfer those metrics to the Blast Connect, so that way there's no confusion on who is swinging. So doing that is very, very, very reliable. As soon as they leave, the only thing we have to do is download the swings to her account. That's an easy process.
Brittany, she's intense, but she can also have fun, but she makes sure you get the work done and you do the right things all the time.
One of the main things that I love to do when the hitters come in is ask them, have you been working? Usually the most common answer is yes, I have been working. But what I am finding is that numbers don't lie, and when I get to go onto the Blast Connect, I'm seeing whether the hitters are actually putting in work.
Gave me a lot of goals and to be more focused and actually pay attention and work harder and just make sure you reach the goals.
I want to know, at what level are you working? Are you working to the degree that you're here with me when I'm putting pressure on you, saying that if you're not going to do that, you're going to go run or you're going to do burpees? It sounds cliched, but at the end of the day, we need them to be working 100%, if not more, the same way at every practice, every game, and every time they even pick the bat up.
I honestly love coming to Brittany because she's one of those coaches where she doesn't just tell you what to do. She will take your opinion and she will say, explain why this works. She's not just gonna say, this works because I said so.
My analysis, what I'm finding is that they're not 2 minutes, they're 10 or more. They're literally as much as the audio will allow me to go. But what I'm finding out more so is that these kids need a lot of information. They're young, they're soaking up a lot of information. They're just like sponges. So the more feedback we can give them, the more in detail explanation we can give them, the better they're gonna be. When they have the video in the game mode, as well as when they're here, it really helps them to compare, like, where are we going wrong, whether it's a timing issue, whether it's an actual technique.
It's made me more confident in game because if I do something wrong, then I know why I did it wrong. It's not just I popped up, but I had no idea what I was doing. I can look at all of my metrics to show me exactly why I did bad, or if I did something good, then I know I need to keep repeating this and keep continuing doing what I'm doing.
The goal is to get the same, if we're getting, let's just say, a home run, or we're hitting 84-mile-an-hour bat speed in the games, then we need to overall look at those numbers and say, how did we even make that happen?
I love looking at my previous at-bats from games and looking at my metrics from my good hits and trying to copy those metrics at home so I can get those results in the future.
All right, so we got a lot of information today. We went to work. One thing that we looked at was the attack angle more so than anything else. And the reason why is because that's been our theme for pretty much past month, I would say. We gotta make sure that ultimately that we're continuing outside of here. Y'all already know that, okay? A lot of swings this week, put in the work, and then we'll come back and see where we're at. Everybody good? All right, let's go ahead and break it out. TNT on 3, 1, 2, 3.
TNT.
Let's go.